All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us for the first time, you're watching the 2017 USBC Queens live from the Raising Cane's River Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Emil Williams Jr. with Aaron Smith and Jason Thomas. This is C Squad qualifying here, round 2, 5 games. As we continue our coverage all week long, of course, all qualifying and match play bracket action will be covered right here on Extra Frame. On our featured pair as we begin things, Allie Ijams, Chelsea Barr, and Danielle McCune. 27 and 28, then on 29 and 30. Dana Buxton, Alicia Hicks, and Jolie O'Grady. Buxton and Hicks both from Australia. Didn't see Danielle's first 2 shots, but watched her during practice. Looks like she is be throwing something different than she threw in practice. Be trying a different ball towards the end of practice when she got a chance. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at the leaderboard and the standings, be sure to do so. You can check it out at bowl.com/Queens. Also pwba.com/live. In qualifying round 2, B squad hit the lanes earlier on the fresh. This is the Burn squad. C squad will have their chance at the Burn. B squad did a heck of a job yesterday. We saw some high scores in game 1. We'll be on the lookout for high scores again here in game 1 on the Burn as well. Lindsay Boomershine continues to lead. She is at plus 346 now after 10 games. She's had 1 game under 200. Here this round, or excuse me, the tournament, I should say. It was the last game when she shot 192. Another consistent day for Lindsay, 234, 222, 237, 248, and 192 all on the fresh. Jamie Martin bowled very well. She went plus 124 this morning to get to second at the moment at plus 217. Rocio Restrepo is in third at plus 167. Sherry Tan at plus 166 in fourth, and Joey Yo, who started off with a 127 game this morning, followed it with 258, then 174, 228, 246. She is fifth at plus 155. The current cut line would be that 64 spot, really 63rd. Of course, is Bernice Slim is guaranteed an automatic spot. Right now, she would be out of the top 64, but again, defending champion guaranteed a spot in the top 64. So 63rd is plus 3, and that belongs to Brooke Bauer at the moment. Hope everyone is doing well. We appreciate those who joined us earlier today. Big thanks to all of our fans and viewers, and really the fans of the sport of bowling and the PWBA Tour, as well as the USBC and the USBC Queens. The best ladies in the world, of course, competing here. An opportunity to showcase them as they should, and a really spectacular venue as well. Looking across the diamond, if you will, and April Ellis has started with the front six. If that sounds familiar, it's because she did the exact same thing yesterday. She started with the front 10, ended up shooting 288 in game one. Let's see, bucket and some change there from McEwen. So we'll keep an eye on April Ellis. Mentioned again, B squad on the burn yesterday. Had games of 290, 280, 278, 277, 267, all in game one. And a bucket for April Ellis in frame number 7. So her run ends here. We'll update you on her final score. Jazriel Tan with 4 in a row after starting with a couple of spares. Allie Ijams looking for a double and cannot get the 7 to fall. Christina Buxton. All right, April Ellis did make the spare. So again, front 6 for April, 6 spare. Jazriel Tan, she'll be up next here. Julia Bond, pretty solid end to her day yesterday. After a bit of a slow start, back-to-back 150s. To begin things on the fresh, then goes 257, 226, 192. Julia is on lanes 31 and 32. So we've got to get to the bottom of this. I'm not sure. I don't think the viewers can hear it. But and the times vary. I thought yesterday it seemed to be a little later in the day. But there were there is an opera type singer somewhere in the building.
Opera type singer.
I don't know what the proper terminology would be, so I apologize if that's wrong. But great voice, though, whoever it is. Great voice, and you can hear it through the bowling. The best thing I can would be to describe it after hearing just a little snippet, a couple snippets here in the last couple of days would be Wayne Messimer.
How about that?
If you're unfamiliar with Wayne, he generally handles the national anthem singing duties for the Chicago Blackhawks, and he actually does it a lot now at Wrigley Field.
Definitely started gaining some national attention when the Blackhawks finally got good. Made their run to the Stanley Cup, and kind of part of the whole experience. From what I've been told, we talked about that last night at dinner. So never got into hockey, but cool to check out games, much like it's cool to check out top-tier bowling events in person. And we got the best seat in the house.
Indeed we do. Rick Barbera came up earlier this morning and said he's coming up to the press box. This is essentially the press box.
It's all right.
It is.
I like it.
As I told Rick earlier, though, unfortunately, we do not have any hot dogs.
That's true, but I know where we can get some.
How about that? I want to find out where the show is happening. Because, I mean, there's got to be a show, right?
Perhaps.
There's some singing going on and something's going on somewhere. What time so I won't miss it? Chelsea Barr about to step up. 28 looking for a double.
I don't know if there's a relation or not. However, Matt Cannizzaro yesterday on the Open Championships Facebook page posted a video of Ron Barr, who won singles at the 2003 Open Championships by firing back-to-back 300s at the OC. Only player to ever do that. So, not the most common name.
You know,
you never know.
I really want to say there is a relation there. Really want to say that.
I'm not 100% sure, so.
Neither am I. She is from Topeka, Kansas.
I believe Ron was from Kansas as well.
Chelsea yesterday started her career at Wichita State, and then 9-10 years later, able to compete or competed collegiately again, this time at Baker University, also in Kansas.
All right, Ron Barr listed from Topeka, Kansas. So perhaps.
Perhaps, Aaron says.
On top of the standings here, through 10 games, only B squad through 10 games so far, but Lindsey Boomershine plus a 346. Danielle McEwen, the closest competitor to that number starting off C squad here. She was at plus 147 after her 5 games yesterday on the fresh. So that would be a pretty big effort from Danielle, and just 2 strikes so far here in the early going. Does not like that shot. Need to get to plus 199 to match Lindsay's effort. So we chatted with Lindsay for a quick second at the conclusion of B Squad earlier today. Said she had a plan, had, you know, some equipment she planned on using based off of what she saw in the practice session. So it played a little different. That's going to happen. But was kind of able to stick with the game plan she had. Was able to take what she was seeing out there on the lanes and make the proper adjustments, put on another solid block. Went 133 over today. Games at 234, 222, 237, 248, and 192. Was not the big score of the block, however. Just taking a quick glance. At the standings, Anita Arnett making a big run, 1164 after 952 during yesterday's opening round. She's at plus 116 overall. Also having a nice block to bounce back from a tough day. Jasmine Snell, 1137 after 905, so she's plus 42. Other big sets, Jamie Martin going 1124 to move into second overall at plus 217. And Sherry Tan, got to see here on Bull TV on Extra Frame for a game earlier this morning. 11-14 to get to 166 over. She is 4th place currently. Game number 1 wrapping up here for C Squad round 2. LEI James in the books at 182. Danielle McEwen 172. Chelsea Barr strike in the 10th already. Looking to make it 2. One's going to have to hustle. Does. For the double. Chelsea can get to 207. Get a little bit closer to plus. Dina Buxton, Alexa Hicks, and Julia O'Grady getting into the 10th frame over on 29 and 30. Buxton takes care of the bucket. Joining us all the way from Australia. A few Australian players in the field, which means Andrew Frawley in the stands. Always good to see Andrew. Got to see him compete a few years ago at the World Bowling Senior Championships. Took home a few medals, including, I believe, 2 gold medals. That event coming up again this year. Heading to Germany in a few months. Senior Team USA recently announced, including a few competitors in our field here this week on the women's side. I'll pull up that article really quick. Make sure I don't forget anybody. But that star-studded group. Oh, we read a lot of stories. This is taking me a while to get to. That star-studded group on the women's side includes 4 USBC Hall of Famers, 4 competitors here on the lanes this week at the Queens. Linda Barnes, Carolyn Dorn-Ballard, Leanne Holstenberg, and Tish Johnson. I feel pretty comfortable with that team. Final shot of game 1. Alexa Hicks gets to 192. And we'll quickly move into game 2. On 27 and 28 already getting started. That's Olivia Sandham starting with a strike. She's joined by Deandra S. Beatty, the 2012 USBC Queens champion. And Stephanie Casey, who's up on the far left of your screen. On 29 and 30, Jazreel Tan getting ready to bowl on lane 30, all the way to the right. Jerica Heibel and Adrian Hare.
Very random, Aaron, but okay, there it is. Never mind.
You doing okay over there?
There's a social media platform that just was not working. There it is. It's a two-piece. That time it's a two-piece with fries on lane 29. Those of you may have were not joining us yesterday when I don't know why I said that.
Well,
we've deemed that leave.
It is what it is now.
Two-piece. The 4-5 is just the two-piece, and then if the 7 is there, get yourself a fry. And then maybe
like a singular fry, like just one.
I mean, I think a decent order, plural fries.
Not the start Adrian was looking for there. Comes from a very talented bowling family. Her mother, Hall of Famer, Dana Miller-Mackey.
That's pretty cool, right?
That is.
Got the gene, huh? I would say so. Stand out in our own right, collegiately as well at Nebraska.
Great shot there from Deandra, taking care of the washout in the first frame. Makes the adjustment. Moving over to lane 27. This squad probably going to be a little bit more fast-paced than our squad earlier today. Having just 3s and 2s out there on the pairs.
3s and 2s.
3s and 2s.
I feel that's some kind of game.
On the 2s and 3s.
All the 1s and 2s?
1s and 2s.
That's what we do back here. We spin. We spin records.
No, that's what.
That's all you do, Aaron. All you do is spin records. That's all you do. Who do you think you are, man? DJ Quick?
Weren't we supposed to get Carolyn back here for that?
We are. We do. Yes, we do need to consult with Carolyn about that.
For the second consecutive day, USBC Hall of Famer Lucy Sandlin checking in and helping me out with my facts. So I had the family bloodline switched around.
Uh-oh.
Dana is Adrian's aunt, but her father, or wait,
Yes, that is correct,
Her
actually.
father, Mike Miller, PBA champion.
I knew that, actually. I don't even know why.
You just blindly agreed to me.
You know what?
I
I trusted the source.
I see. I'm learning lessons. Don't trust anybody.
Yeah, I knew that.
Except Lucy Sandlin.
We have one confirmed viewer. Thanks, Lucy. How are you, by the way?
We got to see Lucy for a few minutes before Queens started. Competed at the Women's Championships. Also used the opportunity to head over to Circle Bowl for the USBC Senior Queens. Get a little bit more familiar with that 32 lane center split house. We'll be there for the Senior Queens on Bowl TV after we finish up here at the River Center. Deandra gets a late kick on the 10. The Senior Queens taking place from the 24th through the 26th. Top players 50 and older. Similar format to what we got here at the Queens. 15 games of qualifying. We're going to do that over 2 days, though. And then the top 32 will make it to the double elimination match play bracket. Once again, that'll be featured on Bowl TV. So if you're hearing that now, we appreciate you joining us here on Bowl TV on Extra Frame, the exclusive online bowling channel, the Professional Bowlers Association. And home away from home for Emil Williams Jr.
Extra frame, you mean?
Extra frame.
I am, I get a lot of experience with extra frame. I would not say I'm an extra frame guru, though. I think that honor would belong to Jeff Goodger. Shout out to Jeff and Tom and all the PWBA.
I believe they're the PBA.
Excuse me.
I mean,
That is
if we picked up those guys too, that would be cool. I mean,
that is correct.
But they do help in their own way. So great partnership with the PBA. Big thanks to all the folks over there for everything they do.
Sandham did a lot of striking at Wichita State.
So that was right around the same time you were on the lanes as well.
That is correct. Great player. I'm not sure we will ever do a squad that features, women's bowling and not say that someone went to Wichita State or Nebraska.
That's a fair assessment. And I will agree with you.
Pretty soon,
featured pair alone, we have of our 6 competitors, half of them fit that description. So Deandra and Adrian at Nebraska. Jazzy T representing the Shockers. I forgot Olivia. We have 2/3. So 60% from the original, and then 2/3 overall. Yeah, math. If you're just tuning in, of course, big thanks for keeping us company here on Extra Frame. This is C Squad Round 2 of the 2017 USBC Queens, taking place at the Raising Cane's River Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This is game 2 of 5 for C Squad. We already had a B Squad earlier today, so they're 10 games in the books. Leader through 10 games, Lindsey Boomershine. Going back to the college thing, Nebraska.
Teammate of Adrian Hare.
Leading the way at plus 346. So for her 10 games, has averaged better than 234. C Squad competitors were the late shift yesterday, bowling on the fresh. This is their opportunity on the Burns squad. So no re-oil after the opening block today. And C Squad will kick things off tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. local time here in Baton Rouge. So they get one more opportunity on the fresh. $15 games of qualifying for all competitors this year, like pretty much every year. With the top 63 and defending champion Bernice Lim making it to the double elimination match play bracket. Those matches, 3 games total pinfall and determining who advances. Of course, the excitement of the elimination bracket. And when we get down all the way to the end, we'll already know our top 2 seeds for the TV show, CBS Sports Network, May 23rd, 10 p.m. Eastern. But the last thing we'll get to see here on Bowl TV on Extra Frame, the final match, 4 players, 3 games, only 3 advance. Someone goes home in 6th place with a great overall tournament. But unfortunately, we'll be a little bit short with the bright lights on CBS Sports.
And that match always exciting and disappointing at the same time for someone. shot there from Jazriel Tan. She struggled a little bit yesterday. We're actually her being on 27 and 28 and coming back with some not too happy faces.
Wasn't her spare ball a smiley face though? Last year at least?
It used to be.
Used to be? What was that? That was the U.S. Women's Open. She made the show, right? Was that last year or was that 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, okay. Stephanie Casey looking to go on a run here. Trying to get some pins back on the burn. Putting together a nice game 2. Can't get the 10 out there in frame number 9. D'Angelo looking to bounce back from a 4-7-10 in the 8th. Tracy C, one pair to our right, putting together a nice game for all 3 in the 10th for 260. Looking to make up some ground. She was at -135. Bernadette Woolley at the front 8 for 8 count in the 9th. Once again, if your favorite players don't happen to be hitting our live stream pairs, you can follow them on live scoring. pwba.com/live has it. The schedule page on pwba.com for the Queens. And on bowl.com, plenty of ways to get there. If you just go bowl.com, there's a big banner with the Queens. Just go to bowl.com/Queens.
Good shot there from Adrian in the 9th. 7 pin remains. Looks like Bernie Woolley will up it in a spare here in the 10th. She is in the 260s. Chicagoan and former Southern University player here in Baton Rouge. Looks like that could be the highest game of this across the competitors in game 2.
I would have to agree. As much as it pains me. Birgit Poplar from Germany. She's looking to make it back to the TV show, but first things first, got to make a move up in the standings. But she's going to be in the 240s this game. That'll get her to the -40 range. Birgit led qualifying at the 2016 event in, where were we last year? Las Vegas. I should know that. That's where I live now. At the Orleans, a near record performance. The second highest 15-game block in Queens history.
Aaron, I believe you're in need of some nourishment.
Some nourishment?
Yep.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I had that Nutri-Grain bar. Whatever it was called.
Yeah.
By the way, Jazriel Tan can now surpass
How about that?
Bernie for high game here, but either way, everybody likes a 260 game, so.
$10 for Deandra Asbaty. Rick Church on the fill. Oh.
Good place for that. 267. That'll pump her up to +71. That's a big game right there. That's not only the confidence of putting together a number, throwing a few strikes, but gives you a little breathing room, loosens up the arm swing a little bit. +6 was the number for the top 63 coming into today. So +71 should be quite a bit above that number.
I've heard a few rumblings that some may think the cut number could be around the 70-ish range.
Well, the number at most of these events does tend to go up day by day. Of course, players getting more familiar with the conditions, their surroundings. Just mentioned Birgit. She's going to be joining us on 27 and 28, along with Heather D'Erico. Birgit now at -34 after 247.
Uh-oh, it's getting silent for Aaron. Up, too late. Summer Jasmine has already started.
Thanks, Summer.
This is say it was.
It got there. Like, I realized it at the same time you realized it. I just made the switch on the screen, so it says 3 of 5, and then I was like, it's so quiet. Game 3 is probably going to go pretty quick here. There's 4 competitors joining us.
Very well could. Say hello to Fran Deacon.
Hi, Fran.
Fran, a USBC PWBA Hall of Famer. Fran watching from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. I don't know anyone from that particular city, but I do know back in my collegiate days, I was a very, very good football player. That went to Lindenwood, attended Lindenwood. Actually went on to play in the NFL for a few seasons. He was from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Dede Dorsey. Yeah. That's the only Broken Arrow connection that I can come up with.
I did not know Lindenwood had a football team.
Wow.
So how about that?
I'm not sure if that's like a legit I didn't know or if he's just throwing shots.
No, I really don't know much. I know there's basketball there. But you've never talked about the football team before.
Well,
I mean, I hear plenty about the 2005 bowling team.
Not for me.
Over and over again. But
none of the football squad. In fact, during my years there, like the first year on campus, they had a rebirth and you had a new coach. At the time, they were still an NAIA school. But so they went undefeated, made the playoffs, and they made the playoffs a couple of years while I was there. Went to the NAIA National Championship. I want to say they won it one year. If they didn't win, they finished second. But the aforementioned Dede Dorsey I talked about, he was kind of the star during my time there. And in fact, I think he even got himself a Super Bowl ring with the Indianapolis Colts, who of course beat our Chicago Bears.
yes, that was all positive to that last part.
Yeah, indeed.
Still happy for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, that was a huge deal, a big deal.
Tarico's shot. The second frame runs a little bit high, leaves the 4-pin. Birgett delivered a strike in the second. Sarah Willie miscue in the first. Have another 10-pin to shoot at. And our fourth, Tanya Rummenper. Looking to bounce back after a split in the first at plus 82. Had a nice day yesterday. Well, folks, there's a reason Emil Williams Jr. is here every week, and they just bring me in to help out from time to time. So for every name I've mispronounced on this pair so far, or these pairs, I should say. But this is Tanya's got a unique last name. I may have gotten it a little bit incorrect. So Emil's sending me notes on to say it. Raumimper. But then he followed it up with a R-O-W-W-W-W-W.
I just wanted to make sure
I
you
wanted
didn't
to go
say row.
I want to go Raumimper.
I think you could do that too. Or something like
that. I feel that's fair to say for Dave Ryan on CBS Sports Network. You know, big strike.
You're auditioning right now, actually. It's part of your demo reel.
I don't think you can roll W's, but I felt like I kind of did it there.
Tanya's name is unique. I had to ask her again. I asked her last year when she made TV, of course. And I asked her again last week or 2 weeks ago, just to be sure. And that's what she told me. I even got so detailed as to kind of that second syllable when you get to the sound. Is it meme or mim? She said mim.
Tanya, of course, as we were talking about last game, is that collegiate pedigree from Wichita State.
How about that?
So we can't go a game without it, let alone a whole
telling
block. Some collegiate experience as well for Heather. Helped her. She was at Yeah, it's McKendree, right? I believe Heather was at McKendree, part of that 2010 team.
Robert Morris.
Robert Morris. That team did well that year too. I believe they made it to the semifinals of the ITC. Now I'm going to have to look it up. I knew they were in contention till the end. Let's see.
I may have missed the question. Were you asking about what school she attended? Heather?
Heather.
Definitely Robert Morris.
Definitely Robert Morris. Okay. So I'm thinking back to 2010. Thinking back to El Paso. So you know their team did well there. Past results. I know her team did well. I knew the finals was McKendree and Weber, which sounds very familiar. So I got the 2010 bracket up. Robert Morris went undefeated, but then lost to Weber twice in the semifinals. So that's how we got here.
And there you have it. Down to the bottom of that.
Just wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy.
That depends on who you ask, sir.
Sarah Willie definitely from McKendree.
No doubt about it.
So we got that one. This whole thing will come together at some point. A flawless show. One day. Not today, though. Maybe later today. Doubtful.
Heather was an All-American while she was at Robert Morris, though. Quick note or update, really, from Fran Deacon. I told my broken arrow story. PA champion. Should be rookie of the year. Paula Drake still lives there in Broken Arrow. Took home that honor in 1987.
How about that? Cool stat right there. How about Summer Jasmine? One pair to our left. Spare in the first, 5 in a row after that. Right in the thick of things, -3.
You did that a lot of what we just saw in frame 6 last year. Talked about it yesterday, just needing to get into the bracket, of course. And then that's it. You know, anything goes pretty much after that point. If you get someone like that into the bracket, then yeah, it's just a new ball game.
She started the day at -51, so has already made some ground. Definitely a player who can take advantage. As players start to migrate left. You know, you're talking about food a little bit earlier, and Matt Farber has a delicious looking pretzel right in front of us.
I'm telling you, man.
And you just need to eat. Like, he didn't even look over here to, like, offer to share it.
No, I would have done the same.
Well, after the display you put on yesterday, that'd be gone already, so it'd be long gone. You eat fast. I'm just saying, you eat quickly. I had so many fries still left to go, and you were already done.
Oh, that sounds so familiar. Oh, Aaron Smith, what a guy.
I'm jealous. I can't do that.
Well, I mean,
very process oriented when it comes to how my meal gets consumed.
I don't know with that. I have noticed that, though. It also depends on what you're eating. The process could change.
From time to time.
You might, you know. Like sometimes you eat fries first.
That's true. Sometimes last.
Clearly, we spent too much time together.
Yes, this is very apparent. Not that I would change it, but I just. Perks of the gig, if you will.
A lot of meals shared at all hours of the day and or night or morning. She's gonna make this. Struggling a little bit here. Yeah, I'm not sure this pair has yielded some good things today so far, this round. Danielle McEwen struggle a little bit. Opening up on 27-28. Here get Poplar, just her second strike, coming in the 6th frame. Talked about them bowling fast, but they're on pace with just about everyone else. With again, a good schedule, and of course, in the double jump. Keeps everyone on the right path and rhythm. Poplar. Just can't get a double. Summer Jasmine has had no issue this game.
7 in a row. After a spare in the first, 290 still out there. Gonna be plus.
Yeah, this is sound a little crazy. I haven't seen, I think, Summer like show a lot of emotion yet on tour. This might be the most I've seen during bowling. Like, I'm excited to watch this.
Well, there we go. Oh, we have that extra camera just in case. Maybe 10th frame. She gets the one in the 9th.
10th frame.
Yet. Ah. I shouldn't laugh because his 6 games in doubles and singles were better than mine, but.
Very happy I beat both of you. Shout out to Sean Walkner. Sean is watching. Appreciate him tuning in. He always tunes in. He's a fan, of course, of the sport. He's got himself a couple collegiate titles. And a heck of a coach. Wisconsin Whitewater had a banner year for the program on the men's side, the 2016-2017 season.
Absolutely. Winning 2 Tier 1 titles. Semi-final finish here at the ITCs at the River Center. Birgett looking for the double, saying, get back.
Oh, chop that 10 out. Brings about a few hand claps from Chuck Gardner. Summer Jasmine, yes.
We got that camera all lined up and ready to go, so Catherine Rosthorn will finish up her 9th frame on 25 then. We'll switch over. 25-26. Summer Jasmine. 8 consecutive strikes after sparing the first. Looking to get to 290. We saw one yesterday. Start off B squad. Sherry Tan doing cool things like that. We'll see a few more shots here. Get Tanya spare. Your gets first shot of the 10th. We're switching over to Summer Jasmine out of West Virginia. And there's a ball change there in that match for, or game I should say, not match, for Birgit. 4 out of the last 5. Here's Summer Jasmine, first shot of the 10th. Looking for 9 in a row and gets it.
Very good shot there.
Go back quick. Some final shots over here. You're getting second shot of the 10th. Money in the bank.
That looks like the 2016 Queens Birgit Bopler right there. All she did was just make copies.
Make copies. I think we've talked about that, but I like that. But it's not making copies though, like that.
They could be whatever way you want.
All right. So 228 with one more strike would get her just about back to even. We'll go back to Summer Jasmine. Gonna be in the 270s. Hoping to be a little bit more. Second shot of the 10th. Makes it 10 strikes in a row. All right, Summer up on the approach. Far, far, far left of your screen. You can kind of see her starting. There she is. 290. Looking for it. Getting it. Summer Jasmine. Big swing here on the burn. Day 2 qualifying. 2017 USBC Queens. 290. She'll jump from -3 to +87. Great game, Summer. Excellent, excellent bowling. Tough game for Heather there, 145. You're getting 228. Tanya 200 even, stays at +82. Sarah Willie 157. Game 3 in the books on our featured pairs. A few folks are finishing up Game 3 as well around the house. See Chris Barnes and Brian O'Keefe chatting there.
Now, we talked about at any women's event or women's squad that you go to, you probably won't ever find a squad without a Wichita State Shocker or a Nebraska Cornhusker. And yet, at a women's event, 2 males from the said programs find a way to be chatting it up. How about that?
And who's standing right behind him?
Goodness gracious. Viewers can't see. That's Nathan Bohr of Wichita State. Pretty soon, we talked about it, of course, during the ITCs and all of our collegiate bowling just over a month ago, or just under a month at this point. But yeah, Weber, we're talking about Weber in that sense. McKendry. Anybody else out there, Aaron? You see that as the college bowling continues to grow, programs continue to improve and get better?
Oh, there's plenty. You definitely mentioned some of the
Lindenwood.
main contenders there, especially on the women's side. Lindenwood, of course, longtime staple. Made it back to the ITCs after missing a year in 2016. Midland, they put on a great show here at the River Center last month. Haley Hall. Winning the tournament's Most Valuable Player award. Are we switching cameras? Are you good?
Yeah.
All right. While we wait for our featured pairs, we'll take a look at the high end of the 44-lane Raising Cane's River Center. The delicious sounding venue transformed from a regular old cool convention center to state-of-the-art bowling facility in right about 8 weeks. It'll be here until middle of July at the conclusion of the USBC Women's Championships, and then tore down just like that. It'll be done in about a week. And we'll be back to normal activities. We're back to bowling on our featured pairs. So let's welcome Melissa Ann Fisher, Brandy Stevens, Shayna Ung, Samantha Kelly, Laura Plazas, and Jen Higgins. They had a much better success ratio with those names. At least I feel that for right now. I could be wrong, but. Brandy Stevens sending pins around to kick things off. Plus 64. Jen Higgins doing much of the same. He's found some success at the Queens in recent years. Back-to-back fourth place finishes, 2013, 2014. Shayna Ung also made that show in 2013. I'll put you on the spot, Emil.
Uh-oh.
2013 USBC Queens champion. You practiced in between the block. Are you ready yet?
I'll have to go back and listen to it real quick. Hold on, I wrote it down. I know who it is.
I know you do.
But it's important that we get this correct. Because if there's one name on tour that gets everyone, and it's, if you say it, for me so far, if you say it slow enough, you can mimic what she said. But as soon as you try to say it at a normal pace, it then becomes an issue. All right. Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
You got this?
The answer is Diana Zavialova. It's close. It's close.
Sounded good to me. But
well, it's not. We know it's not Zavialova, which is what is typically said, and she's like kind of okay with it. Like Diana Z, that's why she likes that as well. But you know, when you're in the broadcast booth, that's like the one thing when I did a lot of high school games. So when you mispronounce someone's name, you know,
which I do often.
Most parents were really nice, right? They'd come up to you maybe after, or if they saw you something. And then there were some parents who were just not having it. And so, I mean, of course, out of respect for the parents and the athlete, it's always important to try to get it as best you can.
I agree 100%.
I've been to some venues, though, where the public address announcer didn't know. And, boy, you talking about causing a storm. You could just see people running to the press box. Upset.
Shayna looking to put herself in good position heading into final game and final round. Plus 47. It's doing all right. Shayna's last show was the U.S. Women's Open, correct?
That is correct.
All right.
2016. It could be the potentially, right now it is not scheduled for Singapore. This is scheduled to be their final event, potentially of 2016. That certainly still could change. Don't know.
All right, scores are updated after 8 games for C Squad. So you can find those pwba.com or bull.com. There's banners on both home pages. You can quickly access Queens results, live scoring, and more. Danielle McEwen still leading the way on C Squad. Her overall effort has dropped her a few pins in the plus minus. Now at plus 35, or plus 135, excuse me. That would have been much crazier. So 588 for her 3 games so far. Deandra Aspady, plus 93. Diana Z, having a nice day, plus 79 so far for her 3 games. Plus 92 overall. Summer Jasmine, the big 290. It's helped her to plus 87, games at 212, 236, and 290 today. Christina Zerbinski, plus 86. Karen Marcano, plus 85. Some of the bigger names up there in the standings. Our defending champion, Bernice Lim, moving a little bit closer to get inside the number. She's guaranteed a spot regardless. Will be number 64 if she doesn't make it into the top 64. If she does, however, can improve her seeding. Currently at even. It was minus 24 after her 5 games on Thursday. Plus 24 so far through 3. On 17 and 18, Catherine Rawsthorne looking to make a big move. 6 strikes in a row. Kick off game 4. She's at minus 137. Be a huge jump.
I want to say hello to Sal Redicavoli. Sal always checks in, watches the PWBA Tour on Extra Frame. What's up, Sal? I think within the last couple of weeks, Sal was either going to both the Open Championships. I think he was, but hopefully he bowled well if he did. And if you're going out to visit Matt Cannizzaro and Aaron Smith soon, good luck. Those guys are a handful, honestly.
Oh, if you're going real soon, you won't see me. So
That's true.
we're doing cool things here. Matt's there, though. Everyone say hi to Matt.
Really good shot there from Jen Higgins. Husband Dan is here in attendance watching.
We've got to be seeing him pretty soon at the Open Championships. His group, the reigning team all events champions. After a lot of close calls, very talented group. It's cool to see them break through at the National Bowling Stadium. Just in case anyone was wondering, we did hit our Wichita State, Nebraska quota for this game as well. So Laura Plazas having that honor at Wichita State. New Way Fenn, big finish in game 4 to get to 238. There we go. She threw the last 7 strikes to do so. She moves from minus to plus, now +7. Laura Plaza's doing some striking as well this game. 6 in a row for her.
You never know. Make a run. Try to get the number down.
Definitely good.
In this case of Laura Plazas, get it down as much as possible and see what happens. You know, game 5 and of course tomorrow.
Pavarotti's back. A stunned look from the audience. It's been you all along. I never knew.
What's more shocking, honestly, is that it's bypassing the sound of the bowling balls hitting the pins. That bowlers have, you know, we got to find this. That's my mission after this round. I have to know what's happening. I want to go see it now. My interest has been piqued.
Interest piqued.
I feel Terry Bigham would know.
Terry Bigham does have. He is a wealth of knowledge.
This is his speed. That's just he rolls with that type of music. A shot there again from Plazas. Wow. A light hit from a 4-pin for Shayna On. What if the person singing was like someone that like we knew the whole time and you would just never think they had that type of like ability?
But why would you feel the need to do it while walking around at the River Center? And not be flaunting that. I'd be all about that. If I could do cool things like that, I would. And I'm looking this up. I'm trying to see if something's playing around here. At the arena right across the way, there's nothing upcoming. There is an opera company in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Not terribly far from here, but probably not close enough to where you would just be randomly walking through back-to-back days. Granted, the food is delicious at the concession stand. How's your catfish?
It was great.
Excellent. equally excellent Laura Plazas here in game 4. Had 290 last game. Summer Jasmine made a big jump in the standings.
Kelly.
Past ITC champion. Robert Morris, Illinois in 2014. Shenong, 238, plus 85 now. Brandy Stevens gave back a few pins, but plus 39 still in the mix.
Shot there from Jen Higgins after a couple wrap 10s. Four-bagger. Nice finish there. Jen Higgins gets to plus 22 after 225. Good shot there. Conversion and a strike will get Laura all the way down to minus 100. Meaning there will still be some work to do. But trending in the right direction. Her teammate, one pair to our left, Sydney Brummett, goes last 5 for 214. She's at plus 64. Nice game, Laura.
A few pairs already into game number 5, few still finishing up 4. But 1 game to go here. C Squad round 2 of qualifying at the 2017 USBC Queens, taking place at the Raising Cane's at River Center and Opera House in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm Aaron Smith alongside Emil Williams Jr. And 1 game left to go before we take a little break here on Bull TV on Extra Frame. We'll be back for A Squad's second round at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 local time. So it's approximately 3 hours from now.
All right, Caitlin Comain from Australia. There's Katie Zwiefelhofer. Haley Veitch there. Let's look at Weber. She should throw a lot of strikes for Weber.
Part of that 2010 ITC championship team. Over on 27 and 28, April Ellis, Stephanie Zavala, and Chong Dotson. Caitlin, the only player plus of our 6 competitors. Good shape, plus 117.
Opening shot there for Dotson.
pay a meal. I don't believe any of these competitors went to Wichita State or Nebraska.
There we have it.
So it is possible. Just very unlikely. Like seeing a unicorn.
Katie from Racine, Wisconsin. Almost positive she went to Wisconsin Whitewater. No, she was on the coaching staff. Saw her here at Baton Rouge.
I believe you are right. We mentioned for Haley, standout at Weber International, now coaching not too far away from here at Tulane University. Really a breakout year for Zavala out of Sam Houston State. Head coach Brad Hagan standing not too far away from us. Stephanie made a junior team and Team USA at the USBC Team USA trials. It's back in January. She's a runner-up at the U.S. Amateur National Championship. She's a part of that event. April Ellis, Pikeville.
Pikeville.
I feel ashamed I didn't mention Pikeville earlier. I talked about that, but another school well represented, still currently, as well as here at the Queens. We have April, Jennifer King, Kayla Bandy, Caitlin Simpson. Just for a quick few, might be more.
April made her first TV appearance, PWBA Tour. She left a two-piece there.
No fries.
No fries on that one. 4-5 is again deemed it a two-piece for no reason other than popped in my head. Nonetheless, at the Pepsi PWBA Lincoln Open last season, finished fourth. Julia Bond, 8 spare, 8 spare, 8 spare double. Let's see if she can get to plus or even this game. That total. Co-main with a 3-bagger.
Nothing too crazy in this squad.
No, I thought this would be, but this one would be pretty high scoring.
Definitely some time for players to make their moves, really set themselves up for a run tomorrow. C Squad will be on the lanes first, bright and early, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. local time in Red Stick. One more squad to go today. A Squad hitting the lanes, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central. Of course, we'll be here on Bull TV on Extra Frame. We're not going anywhere. We'll provide continued coverage all the way up to the stepladder finals. Those will take place on Tuesday, May 23rd, and air on CBS Sports Network at 10 p.m. Eastern that evening.
One more time for the people, Aaron.
One more time?
One more time.
May 23rd? Oh. Oh, I thought he was talking about CBS Sports Network times. But our singer is back in attendance. Emil is feverishly trying to see over the sports store behind us here in the bleachers, trying to find out who or where this guy is coming from. But anyway, we'll still talk about CBS Sports Network. May 23rd, 10 p.m. Eastern, USBC Queens. First show of the 2017 season. We're excited for it, and we hope you are as well. Last year's stepladder finals at the Queens, as diverse as it can get. 5 different countries represented. Definitely a good overall representation here in 2017. Did you find anything out?
I did.
You did.
Looks like it's a young man working directly behind where we are, which is the USBC Sports Store here at the Women's Championships. I'm not sure if he's working. Got a solo coming up. But he's definitely got a book of music and walking around and got his earbuds in and he's practicing.
Well, more power to you, young man.
He's legit.
He's doing work all right.
He is. I still want to know when the show is. I've got to ask him after we get done.
You do have to find him.
Yeah.
Do have to find him. Have him sing the national anthem before the show.
That might not be a bad idea.
Quick practice session. Here's some clapping down there. Looks like Sarah Willie's going to make a strong final game here. Going to be in the 250s, and she's at -131. So still going to have some work to do tomorrow, but always good to end on a nice note. Great shot there from Stephanie Zavala. I don't think we've seen anyone quite that deep yet. Scores are updated after 9 games for C Squad. Once again, PWBA or bowl.com will get you there. Danielle McEwen talked about her dropping a few pins. Just shot at 250 in game 4. Just back up to +185. Currently sits 3rd overall when looking just at the plus minuses. Deandra Aspady, next highest on C Squad. +128 overall. Katie Z on our featured pair, +117, 3rd. She's had a nice day, +99. Summer Jasmine, as we mentioned, +160 for the day through 4 games, +109 overall. Diana Z, +106. Christina Zerbinski, +106. Karen Marcano, +91. Shayna Ung, saw her shoot 238 last game at +85. Tanya Raumemper, +72. Sydney Brummett, +64. And that is a full list of bowlers on C Squad, +50 or better. Nice shot there from Ellis, has figured out the right lane. Gets the finish on it, would like to turn in a nice shot on the left lane to get a chance to add a little bit more onto that. Zavala really opening up her angles here. Need that one to push just a touch. 9-pin. Ends her run 4 in a row. Our defending champion, Bernice Lim, going to finish better than plus. Made up a few pins here on the burn today. Can get to 236 this game. That would put her to plus a 24. Just has a fill ball left to go. April gets that strike on the left lane. We'll be working on a double. So get 2:05 to finish things up.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I mean, that's pretty. I guess not too. That's the best way to describe it. Relatively low score. Definitely not what I thought would happen. I mentioned it this morning in regards to the burn squad and everything we saw yesterday. Did see a couple 260 games, and Laura Plazas shot 279.
269.
Oh, excuse me, 260. So 3 260.
Summer Jasmine with the 290.
I guess all in all, well, I guess there just wasn't a 280 this time. Or 279.
But yeah, I think yesterday, obviously, coming out of the gates, all those big scores at once, definitely got the mind turning, thinking about what could be. Had a few players find it for a game. Summer Jasmine having the big block overall for competitors here. Gonna give a few pins back though in the finale. She's over on 39 and 40. Karen Marcano looking for a strong finish. After an open in the 3rd frame, she hasn't missed. She'll be up in the 10th frame momentarily on 37 and 38. And pretty much anyone who's left bowling is in the 10th frame right now. So going to be a pretty quick and seamless transition. Chong Dotson, nice finish. Last 4, 7 out of the last 8 to get to 207. Danielle McEwen finishes up with 195. She's at plus 180. Going to be the Leader on C squad. Leader overall still Lindsey Boomershine. Plus a 346. More than 125 pins ahead of the rest of the field so far. A squad still coming up though.
Back on the fresh. Yesterday's A squad leader, Shannon Puhalski, will hit the lanes.
So quick final look on 27, 28, 29, 30. Get your scores in if you're keeping track. And one final look at a few of our pairs still left going. That is Alexa Hicks putting together a nice finish here in Game 5. Makes it 4 consecutive strikes. Chelsea Barr leaving the 3-6-7-10. That's her second shot of the 10th. She struck on the first. And that's Summer Jasmine's ball going down lane. Not quite 290 this game. Gonna finish with 180. We'll drop to plus 89, but damage done this squad though. Put herself in pretty good position. Only the high side still going. Deandra Espady and Alexa Hicks, our final two competitors on the lanes. Alexa did not get the 7-pin out there. Gonna be in the 220s though. She still has a bit of work to do tomorrow. Gonna be right around minus 100. There is Deandra. Second shot of the 10th for her. That did end up striking. One more for her. Can get to 192. That's going to be the last ball of C squad. Terry Bigham checking in. Just heard that we were talking about him. Like something on that left side ended up standing. Yep. 191, Deandra, plus 119.
USBC Queens. Ladies, please tally up your score sheets and turn them into the tournament office. The ladies will return tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for their final 5 games. Coming up next at 5 p.m. will be A squad for their second round of competition. We'll see you at 5 o'clock.
Thanks, Tennille.
All right. You heard her, folks. We'll see you at 5 Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. A squad will hit the lanes tonight on the fresh. Some more bowling coming up. Round 2 will continue on in just a few hours. So for Aaron Smith and Jason Thomas, this is Emil Williams Jr. Goodbye for now. We will talk to you on the other side. This is 2017 USBC Queens Bowl TV on Extra Frame.